After groaning, cringing, and eye-rolling my way through Tony Hinchcliffe's Man of the People, I needed a comedy palate cleanser. I got a few good recommendations in the comments, a few questionable ones too. Look, maybe I will watch Gringo Puppy at some point just to see what all the fuss is about. Is it at least so bad it's good? I don't know. Anyway, shout out to Brian for recommending Christopher Titus, because Titus's Carrying Monsters special, as dark as it is, made me laugh. That's what comedy's meant to do, apparently. No love writing advice. Cut the fluff. So I'll probably review maybe one comedy special a month, something like that. I used to watch a lot of stand-up and I'm trying to get back into it. But when I watched Hinchcliffe's special, I was concerned. I thought to myself, is this modern comedy? I turned my back for a handful of years and it devolves into whatever this is. Thankfully, it seems that not all modern comedy is unfunny. Now, I hadn't seen any of Titus's comedy before watching this special. I remember his sitcom existing back in the day, but I don't think I ever watched it. Anyway, as far as I can tell, Christopher Titus is a storytelling comedian, and in Carrying Monsters, he tells the story of his childhood. And it's dark. I mean, almost too dark for comedy. But that's the brilliance of the special. Titus somehow makes his trauma funny. It's interesting to see a show that's so well structured, with the story thread weaving through every joke. Unlike Tony Hinchcliffe, and I'm making an educated assumption here, it seems like Titus did test this material in front of a bunch of diverse audiences to tighten it up, make it work, and importantly, make it funny. There are moments when it feels like it's getting a little too serious, but he always pulls back to the funny just in time, before you get too sad. Sometimes he does take you deep into the dark alley of his life, but after a while you realize the joke is coming, eventually. Honestly, Carrying Monsters was the exact palate cleanser I needed for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it doesn't get political or into the social whatever nonsense that seems to have infected modern comedy. Titus even addresses the one-ish political joke he does include in the special. I'm not saying political comedy or comedic social commentary can't be funny. It can be when it's done right, but I stopped listening to podcasts several years ago because I got tired of hearing about the same issues, political and social, even on comedy podcasts, and especially during the pandemic. I just want to be entertained, damn it. Secondly, there's almost zero crowd work, which is a nice contrast from Hinchcliffe's half a special of crowd work. Titus even pokes fun at crowd work comedians. It's just, at that time, it's exactly what I needed to hear, so I could begin healing. So there are a few of Titus's jokes that don't quite land for me. See, when I review comedy specials, and this is a new thing by the way, I'm not going to do a deep analysis. I don't take notes. I'm just going off memory because I want to sit back and enjoy or anti-enjoy the show. The point of these reviews is essentially to explain the gist of the special and firmly state whether I found it entertaining or not. I'll either give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down at the end. And if we have similar tastes, you'll know that anything I thumbs up, you might also enjoy. If I thumbs down a special, maybe it shouldn't be thumbs down. What about middle finger up? That could work. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, if a special gets the finger, for example, you may also consider it a fingerable special. My point is, I'll even watch the bad ones, so you don't have to. So, from memory, some of the jokes that don't quite land for me are the ones where he's leaning into the darkness, maybe leaning a little too far, and it gets more dark or edgy than funny. And when I say this, I mean it's a handful of jokes at most. The other element that didn't land for me is the dramatization of some bits. I know Titus is obviously an actor as well as a comedian, but at times it feels like the performance turns into a bit of a theatre stage show. It's actually cool that he does that because it is different and creative, but something about it takes me out of the story. Ironically, maybe it breaks the rhythm of the bit and you realize you're watching someone perform and act and try to create a certain effect. For me, anything that distracts from the comedy, like overacting or over-dramatization or stool humping, does take me out of the bit. Yes, Christopher Titus's Carrying Monsters was the palate cleanser I needed after watching Tony Cringecliffe's Man of the People. So, unsurprisingly, I give the special a firm thumbs up, right up there. Confirmation of funny. I actually just watched Louis C.K.'s new special and interesting. I might review that one soon. Anyway, what else should I add to the watch list aside from Gringo Puppy? Look, if enough people think I should watch it, I will. I mean, how bad can it be? If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe. If you didn't enjoy this video, hit subscribe anyway and hate watch my content. That's always fun.